In this video, you'll learn how to properly rinse, dry, and store your brushes so that they'll perform at their best and last a long time. Before we begin, let's briefly go over the parts of a brush so that we'll have a common language for talking about our brushes. The bristles or brush hairs are typically divided into two parts, the tip, and then this fatter part is called the belly of the brush. The metal collar that attaches the brush hairs to the handle is called the ferrule. Fill your water container only to about the lower third of the ferrule. This will help prevent water from entering the ferrule from the top, which can cause the wooden handle to swell, crack the lacquer coating, and eventually cause the brush to fall apart. Before you begin painting, wet the brush. Use your towel to wipe off excess moisture and reshape the brush. Never dry your brush with a wringing motion. This can break the brush hairs. And never ever leave a watercolor brush soaking in your rinse water. This is the fastest way to ruin a watercolor brush. Instead, once you've blotted it dry, simply lay it flat on your table until it's dry, or until you're ready to paint with it. When I'm ready to paint, I like to make sure there's no paint left over from my last painting session in my brush, so the first thing I do is rinse my brush, even if I'm pretty sure it's clean. To rinse your brush properly, move it up and down in your water container, banging it gently on the bottom of the container to spread the brush hairs so that any sticky paint trapped near the ferrule can be rinsed out. Simply swishing it around or banging it on the edge like a cooking spoon only annoys your neighbors when you splash them with your rinse water and doesn't remove the concentrated sticky or dried paint. Once you are finished painting for the day, rinse and blot your brush and rest it flat, or better yet, tip down until it is completely dry. If you use a brush carrier to transport your brushes, be sure to open it up as soon as you get home to let the brushes dry completely and prevent mold. Although you may be working with inexpensive brushes for this beginner class, spend some effort developing good brush care habits now. That way, when you do splurge on a really nice natural hair brush, it will last for many, many years of painting.